Hello guys, so you have an amazing teacher, Olivia, who has been running you through some of these problems, and now she's going to help you learn a new topic called rational equations. Rational equations are pretty much equations with fractions, right? And how do we know that? The word ratio is in it. So ratio means fraction, so a rational equation is an equation with a fraction in it, okay? And you'll notice all of these terms have a fraction in it. If they don't, let's say you just had a 6 here plus 6, you make it a fraction by putting it over 1. So anytime in a rational equation something doesn't have a denominator, just put it over 1. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be doing is finding the LCD, which is the lowest common denominator. So we need to look at all the denominators here. So I look at those, and I'm just thinking, what is, and this maybe brings you back to middle school, what is the smallest number that can be divided by 4, and by -8? And if you thought, 8, that would be correct. So the lowest number is 8, because 8 divided by 4 is 2, 8 divided by 4, and 8 divided by -8 is -1. So as long as you can divide all of them and get a whole number, you're good. So we're going to multiply. We put parentheses around every single term, and then I'm going to multiply by the lowest common denominator, and that should say LCD, not LCM. Okay, so the LCD is 8. So we put an 8 outside each one, but don't multiply just yet because we hate fractions. Let's get rid of them. So step 2, we're going to divide the lowest common denominator by each denominator. Okay, so here I have 8 divided by 4. So that's going to give me 2. Okay, so 8 divided by 4 is 2. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 8 divided by -8 is -1. I just bring everything down. Bring down. So I have 2 parenthesis k plus 4 plus 2 parenthesis k minus 1. Notice all the denominators are canceled now. -1 parenthesis k plus 4. Notice I have no fractions left. That's beautiful. So my next step, step 3, is just to solve. And we always use don't call Valerie after midnight. Hopefully you watched the video. You saw me singing, Valerie, why don't you come on over, Valerie? Don't call her after midnight, Valerie. Yeah, you have to listen to my terrible singing voice. And every time we use don't call Valerie after midnight to remember what steps to do. So I'm going to distribute first. La 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 la. I'm going to just do this quickly. 2k plus 8, positive 2k minus 2, negative 1k, negative 4. Awesome. Now I forgot to build my wall. I'm going to combine like terms. So I'm going to look for like terms, and I'm going to underline them and give a squiggly or circle or anything, okay? Only on the left side, so I don't combine, I wouldn't underline this, okay? I don't do that. Bad. So I add these together, and that would give me 4k plus 6. And these two, I look to see if they're like terms, but they're not, so I just bring them down. Okay, so next thing, we look for variables on both sides. I do have that. So I take the smaller one, negative 1k, and I add 1k. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other side. And so I end up with 5k plus 6, that cancels, equals negative 4. Next is addition subtraction. So I'm going to do addition subtraction, get rid of the plus 6 with a negative 6, and you get negative 10 equals 5k. And the last step is multiplication or division, and so I get rid of the 5 with division, and k is equal to -2. And that is my answer. So please, if you need to take a second to pause the video, Olivia can do that for you, and you guys can take some notes here. Make sure you have everything written down, and then she's going to take you through 1 or 2 example problems. Have fun, and don't forget, don't call Valerie after midnight. Bye, guys.